Welcome to another episode of True Crime Stories. Today, we delve into the life of Estibaliz Carranza, a woman whose journey from the bustling streets of Mexico City to Vienna takes a dark and unexpected turn. Her story is not just about the pursuit of dreams and the trials of adversity, but a chilling descent into a world where fantasy and reality collide with fatal consequences. Born on a crisp September day in 1978, amidst the vibrant tapestry of Mexico City, Estibaliz Carranza, affectionately known as Estee, embarked on a remarkable journey through the twists and turns of life's enigmatic path. Her tale, a captivating saga that unfurled in dramatic fashion, would traverse continents and generations, leaving an indelible mark on the annals of history. Estee's early years were cloaked in the aura of Barcelona, Spain, a city alive with the whispers of history and the echoes of countless stories. Her family, led by her father, Armando Carranza Mendoza, her mother, Angela Zabala, and her younger brother, had sought refuge in this Catalonian haven when she was but a tender 5-year-old. The move, motivated by her father's involvement as an author delving into the realms of esotericism, shamanism, and the ancient civilizations of the Incans, Mayans, and Aztecs, marked the genesis of Estee's tumultuous relationship with her enigmatic patriarch. Esotericism, a realm of knowledge guarded by the initiated few, danced on the fringes of Estee's consciousness. Her father's tomes, filled with cryptic wisdom, revealed secrets meant for the eyes of the chosen. Shamanism, on the other hand, beckoned from distant tribal lands, promising communion with spirits, the power to heal, and the guidance of souls to the afterlife. It was a tapestry of mysticism that Estee would grapple with for years to come. Yet, the shadows of Estee's upbringing were painted with strains of difficulty and strife. She often felt invisible, a mere whisper in her father's world of grand ideas and cosmic perspectives. As her father's activism stirred the armed forces into a raid on their home, a violent intrusion etched vivid memories in her young mind. Uniformed men, wielding weapons like giants, trampled through their sanctuary, callously shattering her dolls underfoot. Their new home in Barcelona, though far from the turmoil of Mexico, was not without its constraints. Estee's father, ensconced in the cocoon of their domicile, dictated tyrannical decrees on noise and disturbances. A migrant from foreign shores, Estee grappled with the trials of bullying at school, a struggle that cloaked her early years in a shroud of solitude. Yet, even amidst these challenges, Estee bore a dream deep within her heart, a fervent desire to embrace motherhood. At the tender age of 10, she began pestering her mother with questions about when she might be old enough to cradle her own child. Her peers chuckled, dismissing it as a youthful fancy, but the flame of her maternal yearning remained unwavering. Adolescence unfurled, and with it, a harrowing chapter in Estee's life. An older man lured her into the snares of a private party, where innocence was brutally stolen. The agonizing trauma remained shrouded in silence until 2014 when Estee unveiled her memoir, My Two Lives, the true story of the Ice Lady, laying bare the wounds of her past. Her tumultuous relationship with her father, coupled with the scars of her traumatic experience, cast long shadows over her psyche. At the age of 17, her father, an imposing figure, compelled her into a degree in economics, a path not of her choosing but a desperate bid for his elusive approval. The academic halls of Barcelona's university became her haven, but the solace of scholarly pursuits couldn't soothe the wounds of her personal life. A serious romance, threading through the 5 years of her education, hinted at the promise of building a family and a life aligned with her dreams. Yet, as the years ebbed away, her partner recoiled from the commitment she so ardently sought, leaving her heartbreakingly adrift. The culmination of these disappointments gave rise to dark fantasies, weaving tapestries of revenge against those who had wronged her. Visions of tampering with car brakes and manipulating apartment heating systems danced through her mind like specters of retribution. Upon graduating with top honors, Estee journeyed to Munich, Germany, seeking solace as an au pair. Her innate love for children and the hope of someday realizing her dreams of motherhood guided her path. With a penchant for language acquisition, she swiftly learned the local tongue, transitioning to work in an idyllic ice cream parlor near Nuremberg. However, the prospect of forging new friendships remained elusive in this foreign land, and Estee found herself once more grappling with isolation. In 2002, the winds of fate brought Holger Holtz, a 14-year senior in the art of refrigerator salesmanship, into her life. Only weeks elapsed before the proposition of marriage emerged. At the tender age of 22, Estee, driven by her longing for motherhood, accepted Holger's proposal. The absence of their families at the ceremony spoke volumes, as doubts lingered about the haste of their union. Estee's internal turmoil remained veiled by tearful eyes, concealing the realization of a mistake. Holger, however, revealed his true colors after the nuptials. His demeanor grew progressively more oppressive, his words a barrage of verbal and physical cruelty. A voracious consumer of her earnings, he even pilfered her documents when she contemplated returning to Spain. Holger Holtz was a devotee of the Hare Krishna movement, anchored in the tenets of Hinduism and the worship of Lord Krishna. A once romantic notion of his spiritual devotion took a nightmarish twist as Estee's prison walls closed in. In 2005, Holger transported Estee to Vienna, Austria, promising to start a family. Here, they embarked on a new venture, a confectionery named Srilika Ice Cafe. But the promise of a harmonious life together faded as Estee found herself ensnared in the relentless grind of managing the business while Holger retreated into a world of video games and weapon collection. Holger's affections, once present, now dissipated entirely, casting a shadow over Estee's dreams of motherhood. The resentment she harbored fermented into fantasies of vengeance, her mind conjuring gruesome scenarios that echoed her desperation. In 2007, Estee crossed paths with Manfred Hindenburger, a 48-year-old ice machine salesman. Their relationship, fraught with turbulence, witnessed numerous breakups and dalliances with other suitors. Her quest for a kindred spirit, someone who shared her aspirations, remained unfulfilled. In April of 2008, as Estee prepared for a date with a stranger from the internet, her world plunged into chaos. Holger's stubborn refusal to leave their shared abode reached a breaking point. Estee's emotions, an intricate tapestry of anger and despair, propelled her to commit a heinous act. 4 shots echoed through the apartment, as Estee brought her tormentor to a grim end. The lines between fantasy and reality blurred as she faced the consequences of her actions. In her desperate bid to rid herself of the haunting specter of Holger, Estee attempted to incinerate his remains within the confines of their home. Yet, the endeavor resulted in nothing but billowing smoke and a vigilant neighbor summoning the fire department. Undeterred, Estee, now faced with the grim reality of her situation, adopted a gruesome plan. Armed with a chainsaw, she methodically dismembered the lifeless body, an act akin to a scene from a horror film. Her apartment, once a sanctuary, became a macabre workshop of death. Days blurred into weeks as Estee cleaned the traces of her crime, her secret hidden behind a veil of air fresheners. Society remained oblivious to the sinister events unfolding behind closed doors. Unbeknownst to the world, Estee continued to live her life, managing her ice cream parlor, maintaining her appearance, and socializing with friends. As the fall of 2008 descended, Estee received notice to vacate her apartment. With grim determination, she unearthed Holger's preserved remains from the freezer. The grim task of dismembering his body, filling ice cream tubs with concrete-encased parts, and sealing his head within the freezer itself unfolded like a nightmarish ritual. Estee, adept at concealing her dark secret, likened her basement to a tranquil cemetery, a realm where she conversed with her haunting past. Unbeknownst to the world, the Ice Lady's tally had risen to 2. In 2010, Estee revived her relationship with Manfred Hindenburger. Her pursuit of happiness was marred by Manfred's indifference towards building a family. As cosmetic surgeries, undertaken at his insistence, transformed her physical appearance, Estee grappled with the stark reality of her situation. One fateful night, she stumbled upon Manfred's online dating profile, which detailed his yearning for a sporty, outdoorsy partner, traits that stood in stark contrast to Estee's nature. Consumed by jealousy and insecurity, Estee's mind teetered on the precipice of madness. Driven to desperation, Estee embarked on a dark journey. She immersed herself in weapons training, honed her skills, and delved into the intricacies of mixing concrete. The tools of retribution took shape, and a new chainsaw joined her arsenal. Her fantasies evolved into a sinister plot, one that would forever alter the course of her life. On November 21, 2010, Estee, tormented by her own insecurities and a suffocating relationship, painted her bedroom with plastic sheeting. As Manfred slept, she delivered 4 fatal shots, extinguishing his existence with chilling precision. Her delusions of vengeance had become a horrifying reality. Once again, Estee embarked on the gruesome task of dismemberment, a gruesome process that echoed her past transgressions. She silenced the cacophony of her dark desires, sealing Manfred's remains in concrete-filled ice cream tubs. The world remained oblivious to the malevolence concealed beneath the facade of Sri Lanka Ice Cafe. Unbeknownst to all, Estee had become a serial killer, her basement housing the chilling evidence of her crimes. However, Manfred's disappearance would not fade into obscurity like Holger's. Concerned friends and family sought answers, unraveling the web of lies Estee had woven. A burst water pipe in the cafe's basement, in June 2011, thrust her dark secret into the unforgiving light of day. City maintenance workers, summoned to repair the pipe, uncovered the nightmarish truth concealed within the cellar. The police, alerted to the grisly discovery, unearthed the remains of Holger and Manfred. Estee's world crumbled as the noose of justice tightened around her neck. In a desperate bid to evade capture, Estee concocted a daring escape plan. She entrusted a friend with her savings book, beckoning her to meet at a nearby bridge. Her lover Roland, with whom she was finally pregnant, unaware of her impending arrest, became an unwitting accomplice tasked with retrieving her passport. As Estee prepared to flee Vienna, her relentless pursuit of freedom led her to the airport. A taxi driver, her unwitting accomplice, accepted a note for Roland, paid for by Estee, unbeknownst to her that her plans were unraveling. Yet, fortune and fate conspired against her. News of the police hunt reached her ears, and her dreams of escaping the country by air were shattered. Desperate, she redirected her course to the train station, only to discover that no international departures are scheduled any soon. In a taxi bound for Udine, Italy, Estee's perilous journey took a remarkable twist. She confessed to her driver, revealing her flight from justice. Astonishingly, she convinced him to escort her further, a testament to the beguiling charm that often cloaked her actions. At a hotel in Cavazo, she convinced yet another stranger to transport her closer to Udine, inching closer to her elusive sanctuary. There, she sought refuge, shrouded in anonymity, as she underwent a transformation, her once blonde locks now concealed beneath dark dye. However, despite her desperate attempt to escape, Estee's journey was still filled with peril. A random meeting with a street performer named Ivan took a dangerous twist as he became more suspicious. The ghost of her past clung to her like a haunting tune, and Ivan, unable to ignore the ominous stories about the Ice Lady, decided to inform the authorities. On June 10, 2011, Estee's harrowing escape was foiled as the police descended upon her sanctuary. She found herself ensnared in the clutches of justice, her freedom slipping away like sand through her fingers. Confined to a cell, Estee's tumultuous journey took an unexpected turn. Her newfound relationship with fellow inmate Martin, plagued by his own demons, captured the world's attention. The passionate love affair, a chilling juxtaposition to her dark past, unfolded within the stark confines of the asylum. Their whirlwind romance was immortalized in the book Cell 14, the true love story between the murderous estibaliz carranza, known as the Ice Lady, and fellow inmate. The world watched in morbid fascination as the two prisoners, their visual appearances dissected and debated, defied societal norms. Estee's enigmatic allure remained unscathed, as an ardent fan continued to channel funds for her, ensuring she could maintain contact with her son. However, the custody battle waged by Roland proved futile, as Estee's child was entrusted to her parents in Barcelona. After the release of the book, Martin was relocated to a separate detention facility. However, just before this transfer, they had become engaged. Their physical appearances were a constant subject of media discussion. Estee was always impeccably groomed, stylishly dressed, and physically fit. Her nails were always perfectly manicured, as Bernard noted. However, during their encounters, there was a distinct lack of emotional connection. Narcissists operate on illusions, creating facades to conceal their true feelings and empathy. In such relationships, humanity withers away. Upon the revelation of their relationship, Estee's extended visits with her son were revoked, and she was subjected to constant monitoring. Her family expressed profound distress and threatened to cease their visits. According to her lawyer, Astrid Wagner, complete separation from her son would be devastating for her client. In 2019, news broke that the couple had separated after Estee discovered Martin was suspected of child trafficking. From his prison cell, he denied the allegations, asserting that harming innocent children was the last thing his son deserved in a stepfather. Estee's lawyer stated that she no longer wished to have any association with Martin, as the accusations against him had deeply shaken her. One of the most chilling remarks made by Estee during her criminal activities was, "Without my brand ice lady, it would be like I don't exist anymore. It gives me strength. It makes me proud." On November 23, 2012, estibaliz Carranza received a life sentence in a mental institution. Despite her lawyer's appeal, the Higher Regional Court of Vienna confirmed the judgment on March 20, 2013. The finalization of the sentence took place in 2014. Don't hesitate to let me know what do you think in the comments section, and please like and subscribe. This will help my channel to grow. Thank you for watching.